Due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 30. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 46 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And Miller with it over the middle. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Cohen, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He'll buy some time right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Slow.
First carry for Darius Geis. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Slow. Z.
On 2nd down, Taylor. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And that one results in 35 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Slow.
On first down, this is Geis. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Underneath for Miller. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Hey. 4 down. Z.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he spins past him and into space. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Shakes off the sack. Flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive today. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Now Cohen. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They go play action. Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Slow.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
Taylor now to throw on 2nd down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, Taylor airing one out for Crowder. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside. inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, flag 32. Flag 32. Z.
They'll hand it down to Geis, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Let's go, run the ball after this. Move, move, move. 180!
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Go, 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 go! 180!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Let's go, let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in. 180!
Right back to him on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
180!
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now Trubisky to throw. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
180! Move, move.
Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The drive starts with a handoff to Pirine. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
To throw on 2nd down. Taylor dumps it complete to Miller. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Taylor to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Taylor will throw again.
Come on, not fair.
Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Taylor looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Maybe a free play now for Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves him in pretty good shape.
Slow. Slow.
it's Taylor. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, here's Parkey now set to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Taylor. To throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. An excellent return that time, 26 yards, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down. Trubisky now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Set up! 180!
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Move, move, move. Set up! 180!
Now it's Trubisky. And Gabriel's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now it's Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's going to make our score 15-3. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And say goodbye to Braxton Miller. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive, what a great way to get set up.
Now Taylor on first down. Completes it right side to Dodson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They go play action with Taylor. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, the 20. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Back to the air, Taylor after the pick-6. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. And Miller with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Taylor now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Slow.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. On the crossing route, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Taylor. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it makes the score 21-10. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
You see it?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Let's go, let's go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. And a little floater there is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Past the 20. He finds his target. It's Crowder. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
At the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Slow.
Nice, they'll try to run it. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Z.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal.
Z.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Eddie Goldman. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Play action. It's Trubisky. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Redskins touchdown. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to the air, Trubisky after the pick six. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Lock in, lock in. Stop! 180! Run!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Move. Set up! 180!
Throwing here, Trubisky. And this one is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 18.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They start on the ground with P-Ryan, and he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. They'll run again with P-Ryan. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look. And now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Taylor to throw on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Move. 18.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Lock in. 180.
Now they try the right side here. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. Show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Z.
This time Taylor will throw. And Incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Taylor. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A very solid gain of 27.
Slow. Under.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Slow.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Taylor. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Hopkins with the extra point. They're all finished in the bout down in Houston, and the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. 1 possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Move. 18.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
Come on, gotta go.
That one goes for 36 yards. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Washington, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.